Good morning, believers. Good morning, Israel. It's your brother J.D. Niger, Word of Truth channel. Welcome back. Bible teaching. Jeff DeLoach. Heavenly Father, bless the message. Bless my brothers and sisters who are here listening. Give us understanding, wisdom, knowledge, ability to understand your word and apply it to our lives in the way that we need to apply it. Amen. So, I've been thinking, I know. You're all, be careful, don't hurt yourself. Been thinking about the difference between the way Richard Joyce teaches the Bible and the way I teach the Bible. He wants to find something that makes you learn. He wants you to learn something about what he's saying about the Bible. So he picks something out that he thinks you need to learn. And I need to learn because he says it in a broad scope. Like today, he went into Isaiah 38, and it was about Hezekiah dying, right? We've been looking at that. Hezekiah, the Lord said, you're going to die. Get your house in order. And Hezekiah said, no. Give me some more years. And he gave Hezekiah 15 years. And of course, those extra years weren't good years for Hezekiah. During his reign, the Babylonians came and carried the captives away and put out his eyes, and after he'd watched them kill his sons, right? So Richard Joyce says we shouldn't be afraid of death. And that's true. We're supposed to be ready ready to meet our Maker is the way the Bible says it. Are you ready to meet your God? Are you ready to see your God? Are you ready to come face to face with your God? So when the Lord told Hezekiah, get your house in order, of course he was telling him, you're going to die. Get your act together. So what's that really mean? What's, like, the way I look at it, you could die any day. And you should be realizing that I might not make it through the day. So, to me, the Lord has made it clear to me that I need to have my house in order as soon as I can figure it out. How do I want to be in the world? How do I want to act? And how do I want to think about the Lord? How do I want to think about him? How do I What's my response to maybe having to see him? And I think what we miss in this story and what Richard Joyce misses is that Hezekiah was, listen, I'm trying to get this through to you. Hezekiah is not you, and Hezekiah is not me, and Hezekiah is not Richard Joyce. Hezekiah was Hezekiah. And so the point I'm trying to make is that the relationship that God had with Hezekiah, it's not the same relationship that Richard Joyce has with God, or I have with God, or you have with God. So I think the thing that bothers me about Richard Joyce's look at the Bible, his perspective on Bible stories, Bible teachings, the way he brings it to us, it's a little too broad. I see Hezekiah, like I said in the last couple videos, I see Hezekiah as someone that this story has a lot of holes in it. There's a lot of things that we don't understand. So like I said, when I look at that story about Hezekiah wanting more time, and he had a deal with the Lord gave him 15 more years, and then the Lord just totally ruined him. There's something deeper going on besides just wanting to live. Some people just want to live. Richard Joyce says people just want to live. They say they're not afraid of death, but then when it comes time, and he goes into all these worldly thoughts about how each of us feels about death. And I've seen a lot of death in my life. I've seen dead body. I've seen a plane crash. I've seen dead bodies up close, like bloody dead bodies on blacktop. And we were playing basketball, and the plane crashed, and the bodies landed on the court where we were playing basketball. So I seen dead bodies. I seen the reactions of a family whose daughter drowned in the river down below my grandma's house. They came by in canoes, and the canoes tipped over, and they went in the water, and the girl that was about my age, I think I was a little younger, I was about 9, and she was like 11 or something like that. And I remember seeing her family in my grandma's front room on the upstairs part of the house. And the way they looked, the pain that they had. So the point I'm trying to make about this is that from a young age, I started thinking about death a lot. And to put it all in one barrel, I want to try and get this over with, because I wanted to look at the word insult. I think it's insulting for Richard Joyce to lump everything into one definition, one lesson, one idea, because we're all separate spirits. And that's I think that's the thing that bothers me about modern Christianity. It gives it in a lot of ways it takes away each person's individuality. And I think Jesus would say each person is their own person. Some people have demons. Some people are very solid in their spirit. Some people are wishy-washy in their spirit. Some people believe they can walk on water. Some people can walk on water. So if you have the balls to do it, like Peter did, until. So there's a good example of it right there. Peter walking on the water. 1 minute he trusts the Lord. In the next minute he doesn't trust the Lord and he starts to sink. That's Peter, wishy-washy. That was King David. Peter ended up being like his dad, very wishy-washy. So anyway, I'm gonna try not to be so mean to this guy and be mean to you guys. It's I was really out of order yesterday. I get so damn full of myself, and it's not gonna do. You're not gonna listen to someone like that. So I think Richard Joyce is missing the fact that he's a separate person. He's his own person, and I see who he is, and it's odd to me. It's just odd. I'm probably odd to him, but I wish he had something to tell me. Maybe he could help me if he would just say something to me directly, or go through what I'm trying to teach and help me get a better idea. So I'm going to look at, we'll go back to Isaiah in a minute. I wanted to look at the word insult. There's about there's 3 different Hebrew words, and I think 2 different Greek words for insult. So that's a hard study, because it applies in so many different ways: shaming someone, reproaching someone, rebuking someone. So we're just going to go over a few scriptures about insult and see if we can. I just looked up one. Sorry, I didn't write it down. I got to work this morning, so I'm kind of anxious. My buddy's going to be waiting for me in a little while here, so and I have to crawl under the house today. You ever crawl under a house? It's over 60. It's not very much fun crawling under the house. It's scary. Earthquake. A lot of earthquakes in California, man. You're under the house and it knocks the house off the foundation onto you. That's not cool. Every time I'm under there, I think of if an earthquake knocks the house on me. My feet are sticking out like the Wicked Witch of the West. But anyhow, the word was hashkam or something like that. Insult. Hebrews 39:37. Anyhow, I'm going to read some scriptures and see what it says about insult. 22:22. The wind shall eat up all thy pastors, and thy lovers shall go into captivity. Surely then shalt thou be ashamed and confounded for all your wickedness. So I talk about this all the time, about how everyone's going to be ashamed of something. You're going to be confounded. You're going to be you're going to insult yourself. Is what this is. The wind shall eat up all thy pastors, and thy lovers shall go into captivity. Surely then shall thou be ashamed and confounded for all your wickedness. And then it goes into Rachel, a woman in travail. All your inhabitants will have pangs of a woman in travail. It's going to be like giving birth. It's going to hurt. And see, that's when I think of Hezekiah dying, and it was insult to injury. It wasn't someone insulting. See, Richard Joyce brought it into some kind of human insult. How do you take insults? And Are you good at handling insults? It's like, people, to me, it takes a lot for a person to insult me. There's certain things that will insult me, like if you tell me you don't know the Bible, that hurts a little bit. Or, you were never that good of a surfer. Yeah, I was really good. But if they say something true, you suck at surfing now, it's like, yeah, I know. Or, you know what I'm saying? There's not that much I'm insulted over. I know who I am. So when you think of what Richard Joyce was saying about insults, if you know yourself and you know who you are in God, the worst insult would be like it's saying in Jeremiah here, you're going to be confounded and insulted when you realize what a dumbass you were, what a knucklehead. So I think I put that in the title. Insult is just being ignorant of God in the Bible. 31:19. So all the ones I pulled up here are that same word, 39:36 or 37:36. I forgot to write down the number. There were so many different words for insult. So in 31:19 it says, surely after that I was turned and I repented. And after that I was instructed. I smote upon my thigh. I was ashamed, yea, even confounded, because I did bear the reproach of my youth. So there you go. That's what I was just talking about. If you said you wasted your life surfing, the reason you're such a loser, Jeff, is because you wasted your life surfing. Yeah, I did kind of waste my life surfing. So he's talking about his youth. What did you do, Jeff? I fucked off some responsibilities to go have fun, surf, make a name for myself that doesn't matter at all now. That I was a good surfer, it doesn't really matter. A lot of people realize that after their pro football career or their semi-pro baseball career or their pro baseball career. Sometimes once it's over, even though they made it to the big leagues, they were never a superstar. They never made the all-star team. They never hit 300 home runs. And people are like, "Oh yeah, you played pro ball? That's cool, dude." So anyway, get another shot. Or whatever it is. Let's get back on the trail. So what I'm pointing out is I was a Christian. I've been following God for a long time. And so when I look on insult, I think it's insulting that no one listens to me, even though I have a totally different perspective than most people. You would think more people would be interested that, where is this guy coming from? I don't understand, because I'm not trying to make you figure out how to handle insults. It's like, that's something else. That's worldly stuff. It's not the Bible. There's a difference. And Richard Joyce brings so much worldly, carnal stuff to his teaching that it basically might as well just be a self-help video. Read another self-help book. You can hear the same things Richard Joyce is saying. How to take insults. Anyhow, Jeremiah 3:3. I'm not going to go too much into this, because basically the way I see insult in the Bible, the word insult, it's not the same. It's not about the way we think of insult. It's a lot harsher than that. It's an insult before God. He's talking about insults among people. That's just, fuck, it's crazy around here. I'm in Norwalk right now. It's busy. This is one of the busiest places in the world. Anyhow, 3:3 says, therefore the showers have been withholden, and there has been no latter rain, and you hadst a whore's forehead, thou refused to be ashamed. So there you go again. It has to do with, aren't you ashamed that don't you think you're insulting God by listening to people like Richard Joyce? I mean, he's got a basic theme that he gets going. Don't be looking at other women. Don't be afraid of dying. Don't have pride. It's the same routine no matter where he's at in the Bible. It doesn't bring any depth of understanding, because he's just he doesn't think about the deeper meanings of these things. So it says, you had a whore's forehead. You refused to be ashamed. You refused to be insulted by your lack of knowledge, your lack of understanding, your lack of trying to go deeper. You're just running around the streets like a whore. You're going church to church, looking for this pastor, that pastor, rapture, Trinity, fucking tribulation, pre-trib, post-trib. You're spinning your wheels on things that God's like, he laughs at you. He's laughing at a lot of you. He's like, wow, these people really just believe anything they're told. Rapture's not biblical at all. Ask any scholar. The dumbest Christians believe in rapture. The dumbest. The ones that should be ashamed are the ones that believe in rapture and believe. I don't hear Richard Joyce talk about rapture very much, which is good. I like him for that, but he's so carnal. Anyhow, Isaiah 54. So we're looking at insult as mostly, at least in this Hebrews. That's why when Richard Joyce said insult, I'm like, there's not really that word. I don't think that word ever is in the Bible, to tell you the truth. That word's not in the Bible. It's like, that's what we don't understand. A lot of us don't understand that the words that we use aren't the words that the Bible uses. 54:4. Fear not, for you shall not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, for you shall not be put to shame. For you shalt forget the shame of your youth, and shall not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore. You're not going to be ashamed. You're not going to be insulted by your own stupidity. You're going to grow up. You're going to grow up. Hopefully, you're going to grow up. You're going to grow up and not be like Richard Joyce. You're going to grow up and have a deeper understanding that there's no. I don't think the word insult is in the whole Bible. That's the point I was trying to make with insult yesterday. It's not the same. It's not the same connotation as the way we see it. Like he was providing it. Usually when it's used in the Bible, it's serious. It's not just you're ugly or your hair is funky or do you ever shower? It's never like that. It's always deeper. It's like it has the shame of your spirit, not Not your ears are dirty. You understand? All right. Well, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do one more. We'll look at we'll go back to Isaiah and look at that. So be careful. Be careful who you listen to. Seriously, because Isaiah 38. I'll be back. JD Niger, Word of Truth. I'm out.